Fight World? It's your boy Ego in the back with some more boxing. We live, baby. I had to get something to eat. Vampire stream. You know how we do. I don't know how long to do this because it's late. It's like 1:30 vampire stream time. Let's see if we can lure some of y'all into the comments section. Great fights tonight. Oh, actually, I only watched the Showtime card, and that was great. The vampire stream.
You're very fond of trees. Well, we could survive without trees because we are originally from trees.
Shout out to Showtime, man. They're absolutely blowing away the competition. More fights. There's quality fights. Fights that deliver. The vampire stream. Oh yes, we back. I had it, man. I had to eat. Shout out to In and Out. Man, I was starving. Yeah, Showtime definitely demolishing the competition. Man, YouTube needs to start notifying people. I know people aren't asleep. We've been doing this. We've been doing this last couple of nights on weekdays and got more. How did you guys find the stream? Did y'all get notifications? Man, we grinding out here. It's a full-time gig. Where my vampires at? But anyway, Showtime's definitely killing the competition in terms of the fights, the amount of fights, the caliber of fights. Like, we getting some shit out here. I love when a fight it looks good on paper and then it delivers in real life. Because, you know, just like seeing a movie trailer. Sometimes you watch a movie trailer and the movie looks amazing, and then you go watch the movie, and it's not as good, or the best parts were in the trailer. Listen, as you guys come in, leave a comment, because that notifies YouTube that people are active in the stream, and it's not just, I guess, a wait. Ego, who you got? Sergey Lipinets Garcia? Mikey Garcia. I think it's his time. I think he's just a better fighter. He just has to be, because he doesn't have that many. He has like 2 fights at 140 against Broner, who didn't really do much, I guess. Like, he wasn't consistent with his game plan. And then Elias Rojas. So I gotta pick Mikey, but he has to watch out for Dude's power. Dude got like 70% knockout ratio. So as long as he's mindful, you know what I mean, cautious. Julian says, how long do you think Anthony Joshua is gonna dodge Wilder? Listen, that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm just trying to wait for some more vampires to come through. So as you guys come in, leave a comment, because that'll activate YouTube search engines or whatever, so they start putting us on the front page so people know it's a stream and all that. Con LaGreco, I don't know. Con's been out for 2 years, you know what I mean? And Phil LaGreco, I thought he was retired. He had a cooking show, so I don't really know. Ego, that boy Bevo looked real good. Yeah, I heard he beat the brakes off of Sullivan. Sullivan's a good fighter too. I gotta watch this fight though. I haven't watched it. Bronze Bomber needs a new trainer. I've been said that. His killer instinct is pound for pound #1. Anybody peep the doubt in his eyes? The last corner. But now he needs Hunter, Roach, or Garcia. Congrats, Bomb Squad. I don't see all that. I don't think he needs a new trainer. I mean, what is a new trainer? See, people, I don't know. Maybe my opinion's just different, but I feel like people quick to trainer hop. Like, there's a time and a place where you need to get a new trainer, but no matter who is training, like Virgil Hunter is one of the people you mentioned. He's an awesome trainer. He trains out here where I'm at in the Bay Area. But you've seen in the Andre Darrell fight, it didn't matter if Darrell partnered with Virgil Hunter, because the reason Darrell lost had nothing to do with the trainer. You know what I'm saying? So I really, it's just in my honest opinion, I don't really see what any different trainer using Wilder's skill set and what's got him this far. What is a new trainer? What would they have done differently? It's not like he was being fed. I didn't even hear, to be honest, I didn't even hear the trainer say shit. So I don't even know. I didn't really see much trainer instruction, so I don't even know what they were saying. Definitely, let alone something that stood out as bad corner advice. You know what I'm saying? Joshua or Parker, I met Parker. He's cool. You know what I mean? I like him, but I want Joshua to win, and I want him to win because the mega fight, the money fight for all the boxing, for all the marbles, is Joshua Wilder. Joshua's been a champion longer than Joseph Parker. His style is more intriguing to me with Wilder. You know what I mean? So that's the fight. That's what I want to win, and I think he probably will win. I mean, the only thing, see, this is the crazy thing about boxing. You can have, like, you look at Sergey Kovalev, for example, in his tune-up fight with, make sure y'all smash the like button, because I'm not gonna do this vampire stream long if we don't have enough people in it, because it's like 1:35 my time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta smash the like button if you're in here, because I'm really pushing it. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I just ate and stuff. Want to chill out. So if y'all want to keep this stream alive, make sure you smash the like button. But what I was saying is, look at Kovalev when he knew he was fighting Andre Ward. He had a hometown fight in Russia against Isaac Chilemba, who clearly isn't better than Ward. And he didn't look great in that fight. He had like one knockdown, didn't look great. But then you see him his next fight, he fights Andre Ward, and Sergey Kovalev, arguably to some people, beat Andre Ward, who's far better than Isaac Chilemba. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people get up when they get up for the opponent when they know their opponent is no pushover. Because this was really, to me, the best Luis Ortiz that I've seen probably since Brian Jennings. It looked better than Luis Ortiz that fought Malik Scott, definitely. Looked better than him versus Daniel Martz. Looked better than him versus whoever, Dave Allen, Tony Thompson. This Luis Ortiz looked official, how sharp he was on the counter. Chaz Amain says the UK fans are already making excuses in some other YouTube videos. It's pathetic. People saying it's a fix, how Wilder was allowed to recover, etc., etc. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys like this. I've been doing this too long. They'll always change the goalpost. If you know in your heart you never want to give Wilder credit, you're gonna find something. It's just like they do to Andre Ward with the Kovalev fights. You know what I'm saying? So the great thing about Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, Ward versus Kovalev 2, Wilder versus Ortiz, the great thing is, it's if you're a reasonable person and you're not biased, then it's going to clearly show when someone is reaching. Oh, Ward, even though he hurt Kovalev with the right cross, he was low blowing Kovalev, and that's why he lost. Kovalev had no energy, no stamina, folded up, running around the ring, and he's the crusher. When have we ever seen Kovalev do that? So it's apparent he was hurt, right? Wilder was given an extra whatever they're saying, right? But Luis Ortiz had a long-ass count after he got knocked down for the second time. He got up on 9, and it was a slow-ass count. And then when the ref, you know how you get up, and the ref has to bring you, bring you back together. The ref took hella long. If you want to nitpick, the ref took hella long between the count and bringing the fighters back together to commence the action. So, I mean, you're gonna say, oh, Luis Ortiz was given too much of an opportunity to recover. He still got knocked out after that. So they're gonna keep making excuses. But the great thing about what Wilder did is he makes it very hard with this performance. He makes it hard to even relate to or believe any of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They've been had these excuses. It's like a presetting. Exactly. And see, this people, I'm showing you how to spot the bullshit. Listen. This is what they do. The people, like the usual suspects that do bullshit like this and hate and don't give credit. They say one thing, and that's what we're holding them to, right? And then they'll switch the goalposts and they'll say something totally different. Like, let's say I play basketball, and I'm like, LeBron James, one-on-one, I'll beat your ass. I'll beat you. Play me to 21. Let's see who wins, right? I said, so that's the rules. That's the bet. That's the deal. I will beat LeBron James, right? In a game of 21. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to dog you, right? And then when LeBron James kicks my ass in basketball, oh yeah, but you couldn't dunk on me. That wasn't what we said. It had we were playing a game of 21, but just because he wasn't able to dunk on me, what does that have to do with me losing the game of 21? I scored 11 points. He scored 21 points. You know what I'm saying? I simply said I will beat you in a game of basketball. But yeah, you couldn't drive it to the rack and to the paint and dunk on me. That wasn't the bet. That wasn't the deal. The deal was, can I beat you in a game of 21? You know what I'm saying? That was the statement. This is what they do. This is what the casuals and detractors and stuff. They didn't say shit about long counts or this and that. A lot of them said, "Oh, Luis Ortiz gonna beat Wilder's ass." Okay, if he's gonna beat his ass, then he got stopped. So either way, you were wrong. Can Luis Ortiz become a champion? Not really. Not really right now, because if he, first of all, when a man beats you, he kind of has your soul. Not saying if he beats you that you can never beat him, because that would be dumb, because that's proven false. Roberto Duran holds a win over Sugar Ray Leonard, and Sugar Ray Leonard came back and beat him twice. So I'm not saying you can't actually beat someone who beat you, but the way Wilder won, Wilder knows what to expect, and he has that power, and you know, I mean, he has the mental edge, and the belts are strewn between two people. So I don't really know who Luis Ortiz is going to fight and or beat to become a champion anytime soon, because again, I mean, is he going to really fight Wilder next? Well, what's the point of Wilder fighting him right now? And then same thing with Joshua. He just got knocked out. So even though it's a good stylistic fight either way, I tell you, Luis Ortiz, listen to me, people. Luis Ortiz is the type of person you don't really fight twice unless it makes sense, business sense too. If you've already knocked him out, you just move on with your career. Because a guy who has power and skill like Luis Ortiz, I mean, they could always give you a tough fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to. If it's Canelo Golovkin, of course they're gonna rematch, because win, lose or draw, like the first one was a draw, they're gonna get a lot of money. You know what I mean, or a good amount of money. Well, Luis Ortiz, what does Anthony Joshua? What does he really gain risking his 3 belts against Luis Ortiz, who just got knocked out? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense. So I don't see in the near future, at age 38, with only 2 people having belts in the division, I don't really see who he'd fight or who's gonna want to fight him. Shout out to J Dog. He said AJ Protector's trying, but I've been on some UK sites and a lot of UK fans calling out Eddie on his shit. I love the respect. A lot of them giving on the channels, just a little working. UK fans starting to call for the unification. I see changing, some of them changing their pick to Wilder on the UK channel. Man, you know what the great thing is? Like I said, I don't always get it right, but listen, goddammit, how many times I feel like I get it right more times than I get it wrong. Have I been wrong? Absolutely. Pick Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko. Pick Danny Garcia versus what's the name? Danny Garcia versus Thurman by decision. I was wrong in those situations. But I'm not even just talking about fight predictions. I'm talking about like just overall boxing. Like Abel Sanchez. I've done videos and I expressed my discontent and disagreement with what Abel Sanchez about black fighters fighting a style that's unpleasing to fans. And I've been telling you that. I've been stressing that point. And this was a modern day prime example of Abel Sanchez being wrong, because Wilder is a black American and he just put on a fight that wasn't unpleasing. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much easier for it. And I can't just, the UK is great. I used to live there, so it's not no Tupac Biggie East Coast versus West Coast shit. You know what I mean? Tupac is he was born in New York. You know what I mean? So it's not a UK, like, I'm just against the UK, but of course there are going to be people who are riding with their countrymen that are super biased. So I'm not going to out just the whole UK, but y'all got to get it right. If you are in the UK and you're not calling for this fight, you're not questioning what's being said, then you got some real issues in terms of how much of a boxing fan are you? Are you a man fan or are you a fan of the sport? Do you want to uplift the sport? The best heavyweight fight, if Joshua gets past Joseph Parker, all he has to do is get past him. Even if it goes the distance, if it's a knockout, get past him. Wilder Joshua, Joshua Wilder needs to happen, period. You know what I'm saying? and you've seen the title. Make sure you guys smash the like button as you come in. I see more people are coming in. Just smash the like button. It just helps the channel, and it allows these vampire streams, and it gives me a reason to not go to sleep right now, because I'm on a boxing high right now. But my voice is fucked up from yelling at the TV. Like it's crazy. So just make sure y'all smash the like button so the engagement stays high, retention stays high. Parker will win. Very underrated. I mean, like I said, may the best man win. I would rather Joshua win since Wilder won. I would rather Joshua Parker. I mean Joshua Wilder. To be honest, that's just my honest opinion. I just think it's a bigger fight, and I like the fight more stylistically. You know what I mean? But again, if Joseph Parker upsets AJ, then he deserves it. You know what I mean? Boxing's been lit. But look at the fans, man. Just look at the hate. Like I just did a post congratulating Deontay Wilder, and someone's like, still don't like him. You know what I'm saying? You could spot a hater a mile away. Still don't like him for what? What did Wilder give you tonight versus Luis Ortiz that made you still not like him? You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get what people want, and like fuck all this Wood Wilder, how he acts, and he got in a fight in the hotel with Dominique Brazil, and he's about to get sued. Like, who cares, man? Like, that's something him and his family need to be worried about. Like, if you got a lawsuit or whatever, like, honestly, do you come to my channel? Just be real with yourself. Do you come to my channel because I got a speeding ticket, or do you come to my channel to watch boxing? I haven't had a speeding, knock on wood, but I haven't had a speeding ticket in probably decades. But if I got a speeding ticket, I mean, does that make the quality of my boxing content and my input and insight, does that change anything? Oh, Wilder got in a fight. I mean, shit happens. People, like, reminds me of the Eminem lyric on Renegade. When Eminem says, "You fucking do-gooders, too bad you couldn't do good at marriage," right? That's how people act. You fucking do-gooders, too bad you couldn't do good at marriage. Like you're easy and quick to criticize people, right? You're quick to criticize people for whatever sins or whatever they have going on, and your shit is not perfect. You couldn't do good at marriage, like Eminem said. You fucking do-gooders, too bad you couldn't do good at marriage. Do you have any idea what it? Hold on, let me quote this man the right way. But I'm debated, disputed, hated, and viewed in America as a mother. That's the other quote. He said, "But I'm debated, disputed, hated, and viewed in America as a motherfucking drug addict. Like you didn't experiment, nah." He says, "But I'm debated, disputed, hated, and viewed in America as a motherfucking drug addict. Like you didn't experiment." You get what I'm saying? Like he said, nah. That's when you that's when you start to stare who's in the mirror and see yourself as a kid again, and you get embarrassed. And I got nothing to do but make you look stupid as parents. You fucking do-gooders. Too bad you couldn't do good at marriage. Oh my, Eminem was killing. He got Jay-Z. He killed him on that. But just listen to the power of these lyrics, man. That man says, where is it? But I'm debated, disputed, hated, and viewed in America as a motherfucking drug addict. Like you didn't experiment. That's the type of behavior in boxing. People, oh, Terrence Crawford got in a fight at AutoZone or wherever the fuck his car was at. Oh, Deontay Wilder, he punched someone in the hotel. What does that got to do with his? What does that honestly? What does that got to do with him fighting? You know what I'm saying? What has Kovalev ever done wrong? What was Triple G like? If you start looking at everybody's shit, all these people commit sins. All these people have done shit that they've probably been embarrassed about or done drugs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just hate that, man. And Deontay Wilder, I don't know what he like. See, and then I guess you just have to get to a point where you get to a Floyd Mayweather level, and you're like, man, my family's taken care of. I'm taken care of. The hate's gonna come. Because that's what I'm just starting to understand. Wilder just fought with heart, soul, mind, body, spirit, whatever. And you still got people who are still not giving credit. Yeah, but they gave him too much time before the round, so he got time to recover. Like, you dumb motherfuckers. Some people, listen, watch Sugar Shane Mosley versus Antonio Margarito. The round right before Margarito got stopped, he was getting his fucking ass whooped. Everybody type whooped. Margarito was getting his ass whooped by Shane Mosley. And it looked like Shane Mosley was about to stop him right there, right? But then the bell rang, ding, ding, ding. He goes to his corner for 1 minute, right? The very next round, he gets whooped and stopped. You know what I mean? He had 1 minute to recover. So, like, you guys don't understand. 1 minute is not, it ain't shit. So, let's say Deontay Wilder had 17 seconds extra to recover. So, minute 17. You think you're gonna really recover from having jelly legs, noodle legs? If that was the case, then how come Amir Khan hasn't recovered when he got hurt by Bradis Prescott and Danny Garcia? You know what I mean? And the great thing about fights like this, to me, in new media, is it makes it very apparent who's hating and who's just salty. Because if you're reaching like that, but Wilder was given an extra 17 seconds to recover. That's cheating, man. That's cheating. Like, if that's what won him the fight, an extra 17 seconds, like, someone should count it, whatever it is. If that, like, I'd understand if it, like, they gave Wilder a chance to walk to the they just paused the whole fight. They gave him a chance to go to the locker room, stretch out a bit, drink some Gatorade, get an ice pack, and then they put him back in the ring and said, okay, go. You know what I'm saying? Like, some prolonged, like, length of time. But people are really trying to reach, oh, but he had an extra 17 seconds. Well, Luis Ortiz had a long count too. And before they were met back up in the center by the ref, he had a good amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just shows you who's hating and who's not. And majority, it's just a lot of poor sports in boxing. You know what I mean? As far as fans, a lot of people, a lot of people, they're just poor sports and they don't want to lose. And if you notice, like, 90, like, when's the last time you've seen a channel that's clearly hating just shut the fuck up and admit they were wrong? You know what I mean? They be saying, oh, Luis Ortiz is gonna destroy him, Wilder's dead meat, and all this stuff. So how come when that doesn't happen, how come it's never just like, damn, I was wrong, Wilder proved me wrong? You know, it's always some extra, Kovalev got hit in the nuts, and oh, Tony Weeks, and he had an extra 17 seconds to recover. Like, it just shows you who's hating and who's reaching. Because notice, listen to my live streams from earlier today. I didn't have to do anything. Hold on, Brian says, can AJ speak for himself? What are you talking about? Who's speaking on behalf of AJ? What are you talking about? Once again, a man fan. That's what it sounds like. Can AJ speak for himself? Who's speaking for? I'm not a puppeteer, a Geppetto. Who's speaking for AJ? What are you talking about? Anyway, this is just proof. Some people were just not. But see, I'm not trying to hear that. Eddie Hearn speaks for AJ. He's his promoter. So if you don't want him speaking for you, check him. I mean, it's not like he can whoop you. It's not like Eddie Hearn can whoop AJ. So you check him and say, hey, I don't like what you've been saying about me. It's making me look bad. You know what I'm saying? That's part of your team. You know what I mean? It's just like if you're a parent, you have kids, that's a representation of you. Your team is a representation of you. If a fighter has a shitty coach and the coach is, yeah, abandon your jab and telling you stupid shit, then why is he part of your team? You know what I'm saying? So obviously your team is who you entrust. So, I mean, as long as he's under contract and I ain't never heard no beef with Eddie Hearn and AJ, so I'm going to assume that he's content with his team. Who do you think has a better chin, AJ or Wilder? I mean, it's that questions like that are redundant because I told you guys, because 240, 250, the biggest punchers, they'll hurt anybody. They'll hurt everyone in this stream. They'll hurt anybody. You know what I mean? But from what it looks like, I would say Wilder has a better recuperate. Like, I'm gonna get on my Virgil Hunter shit. Now it looked like Deontay Wilder had better recuperative powers. I would say Wilder has better recuperative powers. You know what I mean? I've heard more stories about, you know what I mean, David Price and just different people, Daniel Dubois dropping AJ and the Klitschko thing. You know what I mean? And see, this is the thing. Why, like I said, this always shows you who's reaching. That's hating on Wilder right now, right? Because this is the thing. Be real. Be real with yourself. Who look just like, can y'all be honest? Like, I really don't even have, like, my voice is almost gone. I really don't have the patience to deal with a bunch of foolery right now. You know what I mean? But who look like when they, well, okay, so we're gonna use Joshua Klitschko and we're gonna use Luis Ortiz versus Wilder, right? Okay. The champion that retained their title in both of those fights were visibly hurt in those fights. Based on the fighting style and the opponent and what they did next, who looked like they were going for the jugular? Like, if this was a pit bull, who was going for the throat when they had their man hurt? Was it A, Klitschko? Put Klitschko's last name in the comment section if you think Klitschko, once he had Joshua knocked down and hurt, went for the kill more. Or B, put Luis Ortiz if you think Ortiz, when he had Deontay Wilder hurt, was going for the kill more. You tell me. You guys tell me who's going for the kill when they had their man hurt. Ortiz or Klitschko? Shout out to King Tron for being honest. He says Ortiz by far. That's it. We only got 2 responses on the Vampire stream. Shout out to Big Time, another excellent reply. Ortiz, and he was being smart about it. That's what I'm saying. He was defensive, but he was still trying to counter. He was trying to hurt that man. Look at everyone putting Ortiz so far. There's, like, you would almost look ludicrous if you're gonna really try to convince the public that Klitschko didn't let Joshua off the hook more than Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, I guess you could say he let him off the hook, like figuratively speaking or whatever, because he didn't get the knockout, but he was at least trying. He was going for it. I really feel he was going for it. And what's the name? Just like, yeah, he had what it took, to the conditioning or the mindset or whatever to hold on. But he was, you can't deny he was going for the knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna show y'all. This is a screenshot of Luis Ortiz when he was staring at Wilder during the ref instructions. The man was in kill mode. Now, obviously, Wilder's powerful hands and the vibranium in his right hand discouraged Luis Ortiz by the fight in. But look at how this man, this is just a look. Pause. Just look at how he's looking at Wilder while the ref is giving instructions. You know, when they, before the fight starts? Tell me he wasn't in kill mode. Just tell me he wasn't in kill mode. That's all I need. I want to. Does that look like he's playing any fucking games right now? This is a picture of the ref instructions. This man was in kill mode. This is the sharpest we've seen him look since Brian Jennings. This is during the ref instruction. This motherfucker looks like an angry dad. You know when you're about to take dad's daughter out to prom or something? He looked like he is not playing right now. Have my daughter home by 12:30 and, you know, he does not look. He look kind of intense. He's not playing no fucking out here. So haters gonna hate and they're gonna try to like, oh wait, but Ortiz. Bottom line, Ortiz was going for it. He had his man hurt. He was trying to hurt that man worse. Klitschko, since maybe because he had been hurt first in the previous round, and then when he hurt Joshua, he let off the gas and allowed Joshua back into the fight. Because Joshua, if you look at it, Joshua wasn't really doing much for the fall. After Joshua got knocked down, Joshua maybe was fatigued or what, but he was not really looking sharp or like really like trying to figure it out. And Klitschko kind of let off the gas. That's just how I perceived it. You can tell that was Wilder's first time ever in that position in a fight. I don't know what you're talking about, because that wasn't his first time. He dealt with adversity before. Spilka, Gerald Washington, they were at the very least, outboxing him. Maybe they didn't have the power of Luis Ortiz, but he was in a deficit. He got hurt by Eric Molina. How was that his first time? He got knocked out or whatever in the amateurs with headgear. So it wasn't his first time, which is probably why he was dealt with it how he dealt with it. He got clipped by David Haye in sparring. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not his first time. Like I said, Eric Molina was his first title defense, and he was buckled in round 2 or 3. See, I just know this shit. So it definitely wasn't his first time experiencing like adversity. Maybe this was the most adversity because not only was he in there where he was like kind of behind a little bit, but he was in there with a skillful southpaw killer with power, with all those things. Like Spilka, I mean, he's not gonna knock you out like Luis Ortiz will knock you out if he gets you hurt. You know what I'm saying? Based on the styles and stuff. I don't agree with you. You said Wilder wasn't as hurt as people are putting it. The motherfucker was hurt. I don't know what level of hurt someone needs to be. Like, I don't know if you wanted him coughing up blood. He was hurt. I don't even think he's denying that. So I don't know what you're talking about. You're like, Wilder wasn't as hurt as people are putting it. I mean, it doesn't really get much more hurt than that. Like, without actually getting knocked out. Like, what are you talking about? That's the response to Javon. He said Wilder wasn't truly hurt. What? He was hurt. Like, hurt is hurt. Like I said, the next level of being hurt is getting knocked down, and then the next level of that is getting stopped. But he was hurt. Who the fuck is this Tony Yoda dude? Tony Yoda, just be quiet. Wilder was not hit flush. If Wilder gets hit like AJ against Klitschko, he's out. If like I could tell you sound like you have an inherent bias, because at the end of the day, you could say the same thing about Joshua. If Joshua got hit by Klitschko and he fell down to the point where his legs were in the air, right? And he's on his butt and his legs are in the air, then you can easily say the same thing. If Wilder steams him with guns him with that right hand that Klitschko did, then Wilder's not going to let him off the hook. That's why we want to see the fight. What are you talking about? Like, but see, listen, this is how you know who's a man fan and who's not. Before the fight, I said Luis Ortiz, I'm not picking him to win. I am picking Deontay Wilder, but I am not disrespecting Luis Ortiz. I know he's a killer. I said it's any man's game. I'm sticking to my prediction, Wilder by stoppage. I said I don't see it going the distance, so I'm rocking with my prediction. And that's what happened. But I never once gave you one side of the tale like your man Javon, right? Javon is saying, oh, if Wilder didn't even get hit flushed, and if he got hit flush by Joshua, he's getting knocked out, or whatever his name is, Tony Yoda. But the same thing could be said. If Klitschko got you at age 41 and dropped you, then who can take Wilder's right hand flush? Just answer that question. Just answer that. Just answer my question. Okay, I'm gonna put you in a hot seat because I don't have the patience for this right now. I've been streaming all day. It's been a great night. So why not finish on you in the hot seat? Tony Yoda, you're in the hot seat. Okay, my first question to you is, can Joshua take, since your whole argument is based on taking Joshua's flush punch, can Joshua take a flush straight right, Wilder's best punch? Can he take that flush and continue the fight and win the fight? That's all I want to know. Tony Yoda, that's all I really want to know from you. If Klitschko knocked him down at age 41, coming off of a loss where he looked like shit, can Joshua maybe hold on, bro? You're a man fan. You're clearly a man fan. You're saying maybe no, but then you knew definitively that Deontay Wilder won't be able to take Joshua's best punch. But then all of a sudden you're like, oh, maybe he can't take it. See, you're optimistic that Joshua might be able to take Wilder's best punch. Bro, you're a casual. You're a casual. I don't think anybody's taking Wilder's straight right, flush as fuck, like Spilka did, and just walking through that. I really don't. And you're talking about maybe no. But so, just so you guys know, this is a man fan, people. You're certain that Wilder cannot take AJ's best punch or one of his best punches, but Wilder has the most power in the heavyweight division currently, and he's an inch taller. And you're like, maybe no, maybe Joshua can't take his straight right. How is that? But again, when I judged the fight before it happened, I gave respect. I said, man, Luis Ortiz, he's a great fighter. So if he catches him, he can win, but I'm picking Wilder. You're not doing that. Oh my gosh. This is who y'all sent for me. Stavern got up. Stavern tackled Deontay Wilder, so he couldn't even continue. And then the bell rang. You don't know boxing. Why are you interrupting real boxing fans? All right, I'm gonna let the fans vote because you just said something else dumb, and the fans are gonna vote on your fate. He says, ego. AJ is stronger. So who has more punching power? Everybody put Wilder or Joshua, and if more people pick Wilder, you're out of here. Or put your L's up. That's cool. How is AJ stronger? He didn't even knock out Carlos Takam. What are you talking about? Look, everyone, okay. Shooter, get him out of here. Get Tony Yoda. Me suck at boxing knowledge. Knowledge suck at boxing. Get Yoda out of here, man. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. Okay, you're casual as fuck. He said Molina fought both Wilder and AJ, and AJ had a better performance. Listen, Wilder beat the fuck out of Eric Molina, knocked him out before AJ. You know what I'm saying? So that was, he had been at least knocked out before that by Chris Arreola, then got knocked out by a bigger guy than Chris Arreola, and then AJ got to him. So who cares if Joshua, like, these motherfuckers is retarded. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, oh, Marcos Maidana, he didn't knock out Eric Morales, but Danny Garcia knocked out Eric Morales. Yeah, but it was at different points of his career. Eric Morales got knocked out by Danny Garcia right before he retired. He was older. Danny Garcia already had fought him once. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be coming up with things weak. These are the same motherfuckers that be like, oh, Pacquiao beat Ricky Hatton in only 2 rounds. It took Floyd 10. Floyd fought undefeated Ricky Hatton. Shout out to Marcos is King. Marco is King. $5 super chat. Shmoney gang. Great night of fighting for both boxing and MMA, UFC. Love your channel, Ego. Shout out to you. Shout out to the super chat. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Man, I'm losing my voice like a motherfucker, man. Today was exciting, just like you said. My voice is fucked up. It damn near, that's what I'm saying. We got to get the likes up and stuff. It damn near hurts me to talk right now. I hope my shit is not like hoarse and gone. But I'm doing this for y'all. Smash the like button. Make sure y'all smash that like button. But yeah, I mean, all these triangle theories and, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Marquez knocked out Pacquiao cold, but okay, well, Bradley didn't knock out Pacquiao cold, but he beat Marquez handedly. Like, you know what I mean? All this triangle shit don't work. It's crazy, man. But like, see, this is what I'm saying. You could just tell some guys they're not gonna give credit to Wilder or whoever they don't like. It's always something. First, see, this is what I'm saying. Change the goalpost. First, it was Wilder wouldn't even get past Luis Ortiz. And now that he did, he had an extra 15 seconds to recover, or Joshua, he'll hit him and he won't give him. Man, listen. I got the ultimate proposition for all of y'all. As boxing fans, listen. Let's make a pact right here and now, Ego's Army style. Everybody who's saying, oh, Deontay Wilder got exposed. Deontay Wilder. he got exposed by Luis Ortiz. People were saying, "Oh, Deontay Wilder looked vulnerable." Then if Joshua gets past Joseph Parker, I don't want to hear anybody accept any other fight as a fan. Don't accept it. Don't buy tickets. Don't justify it. Any other fight versus Joshua than Deontay Wilder. That settles everything. But see, what these tricky ass, snaky ass fans do is they'll say all this, oh, Wilder cannot take Joshua's right hand or whatever the fuck. And then they will be the same ones arguing why Wilder has to go through another step and beat Dillian White, Lucas Brown winner, or David Haye because he won or some shit, and make all the, oh, Gerald Miller needs to happen next for AJ. Listen, I don't want to hear about shit else. If Joshua beats Joseph Parker, collects that belt, then let's see a mega unification that Wilder's been calling for a year and a half at least. That needs to be next. You know what I mean? Like, you know how people, oh, put your money where your mouth is? That's the same thing. I mean, people, oh, yeah, but Deontay Wilder, he can't take Joshua's power. I mean, Dillian White, like, someone just left a comment. Dillian White nearly stopped AJ. Dillian White definitely hurt AJ. We seen that. You know what I'm saying? And that was early. Wilder, to me, from what I've seen, nobody's standing. If that, listen, this is how you know who knows boxing, people. Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, based on the threat level, Luis Ortiz reaction time, him being a southpaw, him being skilled, him being just overall a good fighter, and him countering well. Wilder wasn't quite as accurate because there's a risk level. There's a risk level for punching and missing. You could get fucked up. Wilder was hurt, so Luis Ortiz proved that my counter shots and my countering ability and power can hurt you, right? And this is how you know. This is how you know Wilder has true power. He never even really hit Luis Ortiz. Maybe that uppercut, I don't know, because I'd have to see it a little bit closer again. But he never even hit Luis Ortiz with a Spilka type of punch. Like, where it's just like, bink. Wilder, go look at it. He did an interview with Showtime recapping what happened in that the Spilka knockout. And he's like, when I was fighting Spilka, he said, I hit him so clean on the chin. It was so quick. He said it was like I was slicing cheese. That's what Wilder said. He's like, it's like I was grating some cheese. It's just like slight, you know what I'm saying? He just bink, right on the button. And he said, I knew from that moment it was over for him, right? Luis Ortiz didn't even get his cheese sliced, if that's the analogy Wilder wants to use. Luis Ortiz didn't even get his, you know what I mean, because he has a good defense. He didn't even, you know what I'm saying? He didn't even get his cheese sliced like Spilka did, and he was fucked up from them shots. That is power. You know what I'm saying? If someone, I talk to boxers and stuff, they tell me they sparred fucking Matisse, Maidana, or whoever the fuck, and they're like, man, them arm punches hurt. If they hit you in the arm, that shit hurt. So that's how you know when someone has power. Wilder didn't even connect as accurately based on the threat level and the risk level of missing, you know what I mean, as maybe he did versus whoever, like Spilka. He didn't slice that cheese, and he still had Luis Ortiz. So imagine it, maybe the first knockdown, because he like punched Ortiz in between the eyes or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He punched him he punched his fucking forehead wrinkle off. So maybe that was pretty flush. But I don't think it. I think it could have been flusher, and then Ortiz would have been flushed. So I don't really see no one eating them Wilder punches. I definitely see this other people. People rate Joshua's Wilder. I'm not clowning, but the Tyson Fury beaten version of Klitschko off of a year plus layoff, losing all his belts for the first time in 9 years, which has to be embarrassing. I really would have picked Wilder to beat Klitschko. Now, if Klitschko fought Wilder when Wilder was, before he fought Bermane Stiverne or around that time, maybe Klitschko would have beat him then. I don't know. But the Klitschko that just came off a Tyson Fury loss, I really would have picked Wilder. Because Klitschko has a problem with big men. And Klitschko is not no fucking Luis Ortiz type fucking boxer. Klitschko is big as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not like, Luis Ortiz is big, but he's Cuban big. And what I mean by that is he can get on his toes and like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's light on his feet big. Klitschko, when you ever seen Klitschko just really get on it? Like maybe a young Klitschko or something, maybe. But you ain't never seen the Muhammad Ali Klitschko like, ha, 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? You never seen Klitschko on his feet like that. You know what I mean? So I really would have picked Wilder to beat the Tyson Fury beaten version of Klitschko too. I really would. Because Wilder, he wouldn't have had as hard of a time jabbing Klitschko. Or I mean, just landing his shots in general, because Klitschko I don't think is as fast as Wilder or Ortiz. He don't mix his punch. I don't know. There's just so many. Yo, we're almost to 100 likes, man. Smash the like button. Listen. Vlad has a better jab than Wilder, though, ego. Yeah, but he doesn't have better athleticism than him. He doesn't have better footwork than him. He was coming off of a loss, which Deontay Wilder is still undefeated, right? So, yeah, okay, even if you said he has a better jab, Wilder's jab is not trash. And the thing is, Klitschko, do the history. If you look at his fights, when he's fighting Kubrat Pulev, Alex Lepai, Alexander Povetkin, guys that are the best guys that are like talented or whatever, but shorter. David, hey, he doesn't have that much problems with it. But look at his fight with Marish Weck, a 7-foot motherfucker, or Tyson Fury, and then look at those fights and tell me they weren't harder for Klitschko. I don't remember the Marish Weck fight, but I think he stopped him maybe in the 12th round or some shit, or it went late. You know what I mean? But look at Tyson Fury, because Klitschko, the refined Klitschko style, he had been knocked out, improved his jab, and fought smart and fought tall. But you can't clinch on a Tyson Fury, a guy who's bigger than you, because you have to find a way to get on the inside. And Klitschko is not like Mayweather athletic. You get what I'm saying? Daniel Dubois is cool, but I mean he's still fighting people that Joshua knocked out like years ago and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's still being built. We got to see how he develops. Like I said, I watch all these guys, but we got to just see him with better. Like Bivol, okay, he just fought Sullivan Barrera, stopped him, great. So that's a huge step up. You can stop Sullivan Barrera. I still ain't watched the fight, but okay, now that makes sense. Okay, he's a champion, and then he's beating Sullivan Barrera by stoppage. That's a dope win. Shout out to Haribo. Hold on, man. Okay. Joe Joyce hasn't done shit since his debut either. Like I said, Tony Yoka, Joe Joyce, Daniel Bois, they could be the future, but I mean, we gotta see. We gotta see him step up and keep stepping up. Who do I want to see? Uzcategui fight next? David Benavidez, the guy he called out. Caleb Truax. Y'all, some of y'all do not. It's funny because y'all love boxing, but some of y'all do not know boxing. I'm seeing this, just not even on here, but on social media too. Some of the craziest points. I already said this before the fight. I definitely feel the same way after the fight. There's no diss to Anthony Joshua. I like Anthony Joshua, but I think Luis Ortiz is a harder fight for Wilder style, especially with the southpaw shit. That changes everything. The punches come from a different angle. Joshua punching will be coming from the angle of majority of his fight, like Gerald Washington, Bermain Severn. So you know what to look for different, but fighting southpaws is different. Because even when he fought Spilka gave him some issue, and Spilka difference is Spilka is shorter, I believe, than Luis Ortiz, and he's not I wouldn't say he's as good as Luis Ortiz. He was pretty crafty, but I think Luis Ortiz hits harder, taller, and craftier as a southpaw. That's why the fight was tougher. Billy Joe Saunders beats Charlo and Canelo. Let's see it. I want to see it. Wilder's right is way more vicious than Klitschko. Can AJ take that? Listen, if that lands correct, nobody's taking that. And if someone could take it, then in 40 fights, how come no one is taking it? Except for Bermane Stiverne, and you see what happened in the rematch. So as far as I'm concerned, that settles that. It's amazing to me that people are still finding a way, or trying to hate on Wilder. Like, who doesn't want to be wrong that bad? No, you don't want to be wrong that bad, really? That you gotta lie? Listen, like I'm gonna say, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. All the fans perpetuating this ignorance. Oh, Wilder still didn't prove anything. He's still bum squad. All that hating shit. Don't accept as fans. Let's rally together. Don't accept any other fight if Joshua gets past Joseph Parker, because that's already a done deal for March Madness, March 31st. Tell Eddie Hearn that I am not paying for anything. I'm not accepting anything. No Povetkin, Gerald Miller, Soda Popinski, none of that. The only fight I want for Joshua is Wilder. And then after that ultra mega unification, then you can fight whoever. Because at that point, whoever wins between Wilder and Joshua is the numero uno without any doubt. And then they're going to listen to me, people. If someone said Soda Popinski again, if Wilder versus Joshua happens this year, which Eddie Hearn said would happen, right? There is no other person out there that can say anything, I hold the crown, I'm the best. Not Daniel Dubois, not Joe Joyce, not Tony Yoka, not David Hay, Bellew winner. No one can say that because you'll have all the belts. So realistically, the heavyweight division is not that stacked. You know what I mean? It's growing. But the established people, Joshua went through Klitschko, he retired, so he's out of it. Tyson Fury hasn't come back, so we don't know what he's gonna look like. Wilder, if he fights Joshua, then they're clearly the best, and their next fight can be Dominic Brazil, it could be Amir Mon, it could be whoever the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, you're undisputed. You deserve a break. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are so corny. It's not even funny. Ego versus Michelle Joy Phelps. I got Michelle Joy Phelps. Shout out to my girl Michelle Joy Phelps. Michelle Joy Phelps wouldn't even hang out with you. Y'all corny. She wouldn't even hang out with you. But anyway. Now, I think that's perfectly fair. No, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to. If Joshua fights Wilder, and the person wins, right? And the person wins, you can't even hate on them if they take. They could take 3 tune-ups. To really be honest, they could take easy fights. You know what I'm saying? I really would listen. That because you have all the belts. That's like me being mad at Terrence Crawford when he was undisputed. If he chose, which he didn't, he chose to go up to the next division for the next challenge. This is heavyweight. There is no next division. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh, I'm going to super duper heavyweight, right? But even if Terrence Crawford, if he became undisputed and he decided to stay at 140, and he took like a fight he should pretty handily win, I wouldn't even be mad at him. I really wouldn't, because I'm realistic. Not every fight's gonna be like death row. You know what I mean? Kumite shit. Crazy. Great fight though. Another thing I think is gonna be a problem for Joshua. To me, I gotta see how he looks losing weight. That's a good idea that I recommended. I'm not saying he did it because of me, but Other people started talking about it, but I gotta see because if he comes in at 254 versus Wilder, that's all bad to me because this motherfucker's 214 knocking people out that have never been knocked out like Luis Ortiz, right? Like, it's just crazy. So I got to see how Joshua looks losing weight, but the downside to Josh for me, one of the major reasons why I would pick Wilder to beat Joshua, um, Joshua comes forward a lot. He comes forward a lot. He really does. You know what I mean? So that aggression. So Wilder has he not? Listen, real question to you guys: Has has Wilder not proven that he could fight off the back foot and still generate power, like fighting using athleticism and shit? I think he's proven that well. You know what I mean? So Joshua coming forward as an orthodox fighter, if Wilder lines him up and he's an inch taller, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad to me. If he gets lined up for that 1-2. Joshua throws a lot of punches, which makes it the more punches you throw, more vulnerable you are. Wilder don't. Yes, most power punchers don't throw that many punches. You know what I'm saying? But Joshua is a power puncher that does throw a lot of punches. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That come forward shit on Wilder. If he can keep his range, use his athleticism and that stick, that jab, I think that'll give Joshua a problem. We need 100 likes or better. Smash the like button. These gummy bears are hella good. Wilder is going to look better against Joshua. Ortiz being a southpaw, having the skill he has, I think Ortiz is better than Joshua. See, some people are saying that too. I said that. I told you guys, I'm not switching. I told you in the live stream earlier, I think Luis Ortiz stylistically makes for a harder fight than Joshua. Of course, Joshua is dangerous because he's powerful and he has technique, but all that technique is coming from an orthodox position. Like, all of Luis Ortiz's technique is coming from a southpaw positioning. Plus, I think if you look at Luis Ortiz and Anthony Joshua, I would say that Luis Ortiz has shown me more times that he can use his legs, get on his toes, and bounce. You know what I'm saying? So that creates another problem. Plus the southpaw shit. More haters. He wasn't out cold. Shut the fuck up. It's not even worth my time to even respond to shit like that in detail. Oh, he wasn't knocked out cold. You fight him then, and we'll see if you're knocked out cold when you fight Wilder. I mean, Klitschko. I mean, see, these dudes are groupies. They're groupies. Klitschko wasn't knocked out cold. Klitschko, in fact, when he was stopped, was on his feet. Luis Ortiz wasn't even on his feet. He was on the ground, on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of man fans. He wasn't knocked out fully, though. Neither was Klitschko. Klitschko got his head uppercutted like a Pez dispenser and was still standing up at age 41 when Joshua stopped him. But again, I'm not taking away from Joshua's win. That was a great win for him. I'm just responding to the dumb shit y'all saying, trying to take away from Wilder's win. Listen, we got to get some likes up. We got to get to triple digits. Y'all, like I said, Wilder's still going to have hate, just like I get hate on here. I don't care. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm about to get out of here, man. I need to get a good night's sleep. I'm turned. I need to recover my voice. Yeah. Listen, this is funny, too. Oh, Wilder, he didn't knock him out cold. Who has Golovkin knocked out cold in his last 5 fights? Nobody says shit when Golovkin gets a knockout. They just, oh, he knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? But Wilder knocked someone out. He wasn't out Cold. Who's Golovkin knocked out in his last 2 fights? Oh, that's right, nobody. Who's he knocked out cold in his last 5 fights? Cold. Someone answer that. When's the last time Golovkin knocked someone out cold? Ishida? Ortiz was not getting up from that uppercut. That's what I'm saying. These dudes just trying to find a way to hit. It's 5:27 in New York. You on the grind. Ego Army. Wilder knockout. City. And Wilder was sick in camp. Yep. And see, this is the thing. I'm glad you brought the sick in camp. He was sick in camp, so he came in light. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, you guys are saying crazy stuff, and I'm just really giving my honest opinion. But the thing is, Deontay Wilder's weighing 214, knocking out a man that was at least 241. They both probably rehydrated a little bit, or to whatever they rehydrated. Luis Ortiz looked pretty big. Do you get what I'm saying? But on the scale, that's what we know officially, 214 versus 241. Joshua is knocking out guys, and a lot of times he was bigger than Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? He weighed more than, factually, on the scale, he weighed more than Klitschko. Factually, he weighed like 254 or something, .8 versus Takam, and Takam was like 225 or something. You know what I mean? Wilder's doing this at almost a cruiserweight size, you know what I mean, like 214. Let's see Usyk. I know Usyk can get up to 215. Let's see him knock out Luis Ortiz. Let's see him knock him down 3 times. Let's see Tony Bellew do it. I don't play these what-if games. If it would have went 12, who do you think would have won? What's the point of that? It went 10, and we seen who won. So what's the point of me saying what coulda, shoulda, woulda happened? I don't do that on my channel. New media's killing your boys. Gassiev said Wilder hits harder than all of them. I'm already knowing. Just like Isaac Chamberlain, just like my dude, Leroy Thomas, that fought today that I showed you the interview on the live stream. Listen. Eddie Hearn, Joshua, if he wins, all the fans that are saying Wilder saying Wilder looked vulnerable, and he got exposed, then you should want to fight him, right? What doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense about this? If you say, if a fan or whoever is saying that Deontay Wilder looked vulnerable and he got exposed by Luis Ortiz, then that should be every reason for Joshua to fight him. Get an easy belt. He got exposed by Luis Ortiz. The fans are saying that. I've seen people say that. They said Luis Ortiz exposed. I'm not saying it. Don't try to twist it on me. I've seen haters say that Luis Ortiz exposed Wilder. It was in my last stream. Go watch my last stream. So again, if he got exposed, then you should really want to fight him, because he got exposed, he got hurt, he proved he was human. Cool. That's what I'm saying. You fans, you're making it harder. If you're just trying to be man fans and stuff, you're making it harder, because all this shit you're saying is going to backfire, because there's really no reason that we shouldn't see Joshua Wilder next. Wilder got exposed. That's what you said, right? Yeah, someone said JJ doesn't have a strong chin and stamina. That's if he doesn't get Wilder out of there early and he gets them mid rounds, that could be dangerous if Wilder's able to stay safe in the early part. AJ is not a monster. Put it this way. No disrespect to Dillian White, but Dillian White hurt Joshua in like the second, third round. If he can hurt you, then Wilder can hurt you. It's common sense. And that's not a triangle theory. That's just simple mathematics. One guy has a higher knockout ratio and knocked out everyone he's fucking fought, and is taller and has a bigger wingspan. I'm gonna go watch the Charlo Jacobs shit. I'll be back tomorrow, people. I gotta get some rest. Shout out to everybody. But Wilder Joshua gotta happen next. Not next. Joseph Parker after that. That's what fans got to do, man. We got to push for the greatness. What happened? Like I said, what happened to all the people that said Wilder was ducking Dillian White? Where are they? Where are those people? Remember? Like I said, this night, this particular night, the way Luis Ortiz looked, I don't know who would have beat him other than Deontay Wilder. I guess Joshua has the best chance, and I don't know that he would have. But who would have beat him? Yeah, I'm gonna rest up, so I'm back tomorrow. Shout out to Showtime, Wilder, Luis Ortiz. Great show, man. I'm gonna try to rest up my voice. Shout out to my shooters, all the fans. Boxing's back. Heavyweight division's back. Shout out to y'all. Peace out, Vampire Stream. Good night, everybody.